Hey guys, are we back? Oh, look at that. I actually got it working. Probably because I used the right TV. Now it's probably not going to lag anymore. Hopefully. Now, camera should work. Nope, that still doesn't work for some ungodly reason. The game is very loud. Sorry. Guys, I don't get why nothing is fucking working for me. At least I can get this to work finally. Okay. It works perfectly fine on the old-ass TV, but not on the brand new monitor. Go figure. Now I've got to get the tracking to work. Why is that not working now? I have no idea. And my dog's pooped in the house for no fucking reason. Wanted to play a game. Now it won't even detect that my webcam is alive. So that's not good. I guess we'll turn back on the video.
The Full Swipe Gaming Laboratory is here to posit another theorem for the theoretical sciences in the competitive Pokemon sphere. One that was also suggested by you, the viewer. We've gone over how stats aren't everything except for speed, which kind of can be everything. However, the only way speed can be of use no matter what is if the Pokemon in question has the move pool to take advantage of it. Nobody cares if your +6 speed Choice Scarf Magikarp is going first when it's just using Splash, for example. But if it was using some move that currently doesn't exist, which let's say set Stealth Rock and Spikes at the same time, then it would be a big deal. That brings us to the subject of today's video, move pools, and how, while they aren't everything, they sure come close. It's not just in relation to speed either. Think of all the super strong or super bulky Pokemon which fail to do anything of note because they don't have decent moves to use once they hit the field. An amazing move pool can easily compensate for a Pokemon lacking in other areas. Conversely, a Pokemon with great attributes but lacking a move pool is often left out to dry. This is what we're covering today, and what we will now refer to as the Flareon theorem. With move pool updates over the generations, this can sometimes be generational, so we'll pick from a different host of examples. Scizor is famously one of the best Pokemon of all time, and has been for quite some time. However, as long as it held this elite status, it has not always been so excellent. In fact, it was thoroughly middling for multiple generations, and was in fact a perfect example of the Flareon theorem. Scizor was catapulted to greatness in Generation 4, where it received just about everything that we associate with how good it is. Diamond and Pearl gave it U-turn, the Technician ability, reliable recovery in Roost, and physical pursuit. Then Platinum came along and rocketed to super stardom with the addition of Bullet Punch, making it by far the #1 most popular Pokemon in the metagame until after both Latias and Salamence had been banned, which was so far into the generation it wasn't long before Black and White came around.
My webcam fucking died.
Was highly significant as well, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver even gave Scizor superb Bug Stab, which didn't force it to switch out in the form of Technician boosted Bug Bite. Scizor never stopped, continuing its excellence in Gen 5 and beyond. But then you stop and ask yourself, Scizor's been around since Generation 2, and if it got all these great tools in Gen 4, what was it like before? The answer, Not good. Well, it wasn't terrible. It still had good stats, steel typing, and some intriguing moves, but it certainly wasn't commonly used, which was because in practice it offered very little. And what it did offer was A, incredibly specific, and B, not very useful, let alone reliable. For all of Gens 2 and 3, and even in Gen 4 before Platinum gave it Bullet Punch, Scizor wallowed in relative obscurity.
I'm okay now.
Of course, players experimented with it, but such tests
game capture
always
still
resulted
works.
in abandonment upon realizing there was a good reason Scizor didn't see use. It just didn't
game
have
capture
a good
still
enough
working.
Swords Dance and
Everybody's
high attack,
happy.
yeah, sure,
I'm
but
happy.
it didn't have the stabs to
My
pull it
dogs
off.
are
It was
happy.
mostly
Chat
reliant
is
on the
happy.
paltry likes of hidden power
I'm
bug.
going to stop
Its coverage
talking.
wasn't
I'm
very
going to
strong
stop talking
either.
over
In
the
Gen
video
2,
now
it
and
was
just
unable
watch
to hit
it.
steals at all.
Although
In
I'm
Gen
going to
3's
keep
Brick Break wasn't
commentating
exactly
on
the
it.
wall-shattering behemoth Scizor needed to be. It needed more instant power because it was slow and not
I'm
bulky
sorry
enough
for
to
yelling,
make up
chat.
for it, especially
I'm
since its
sorry
only
for
healing
losing my
option
cool.
came in the form of Gen 3's Morning Sun, which, being affected by weather, made it horrible in the permanent sand-infested metagame of Advance. Scizor always seemed promising. In Gen 3, it could potentially use a Select Berry reversal set, unaffected by that same sand, unlike other users of the move like Heracross, and going down to 1 HP would also provide it a swarm boost for HP Bug. But far too many things had to go right
So yeah,
for Scizor to
move
pull off
pools.
this sweep with any semblance
Very
of reliability
important.
whatsoever.
Very
Maybe once in a while to catch someone off guard.
important.
Maybe if you could somehow remove
It's
all
the
the
reason
flying
nobody
types and
used
Gengar that
Flareon.
completely
It's the
destroyed it.
reason
Scizor's
people struggle
only
to
real
use
niches
Entei.
before
It's
Bullet
the
Punch were a
reason,
different kind of PvP. That being
Regieleki,
where it could hand off Swords Dance, Agility, or Iron Defense
can
to
be allowed to
Pokemon that
have
were more
200
capable of
speed, but
using
only
the
have
boost, because Scizor
electric
itself
moves.
certainly wasn't much
And
of a
now
threat
Terra
even with them,
Blast.
and that really just speaks to the power of Baton Pass. Before Scizor was the Scizor we all know today, it was one of the most frustrating cases of wasted potential thanks to a great attack stat and intriguing typing held back by a complete lack of threatening moves, thereby making it a perfect example of the Flareon theorem. The category of bland Pokemon may seem a bit vague, but the basic idea behind this placement is that there are far too many Pokemon that could qualify for the Flareon theorem and tend to share the same fundamental reason for what makes their move pool lacking.
God,
so
I
we've
miss the
decided to group
Pokemon
them
Stadium
together.
models.
We've considered several bland Pokemon in the Bastiodon theorem, so we won't rehash them too much, but here's the gist. The reason Pokemon like Bastiodon and Dusknoir, i.e. slow bulky walls, are completely terrible, as opposed to other slow bulky walls like Toxapex and Alomomola, which have been elite forever, is their lack of move pool. Of course, there are other differences like their typing and abilities, but Bastiodon and Noir's problem isn't necessarily getting on the field. It's making something happen when they do get on the field. They don't have the insanely spammable, universally crippling knockoff, nor do they fortify their own switching ability with reliable recovery, or support their team through Heal Bell or Wish, or anything of the sort. Their move pools are not necessarily bad, but far too generic and unremarkable for what these Pokemon bring to the table otherwise. The issue does not just apply to slow, bulky walls either. Many offensive Pokemon are similarly plagued. Just look at Regieleki, poised to deal utterly obscene amounts of electric damage, but reduced to a more or less wasted team slot because it is unable to damage ground types. Regieleki's move pool itself isn't bad, as Rapid Spin and Dual Screens off that ridiculous speed stat has a ton of promise, but it's not a threatening Pokemon, and the support it brings isn't anywhere near essential enough to make it a good one either. Regieleki is an example of not just an offensive Pokemon which is left severely wanting for moves to actually make it threatening. If it existed in a generation with just hidden power and no other additions to its move pool, it'd likely be one of the most terrifying Pokemon around. But it's also an example of a Pokemon of a certain type held back by its inability to damage its resists. It's far from the only electric this applies to. See the sad story of Luxray, but many other types are well known for this issue. Arguably the most significant is water. There are so many water types out there, and so many of them so excellent that there is never a shortage of competition. Thus, one can't coast on just being a water type. If you're a generic water type without any significant
Yes, there
distinguishing
are
traits
a
on
lot
top
of
that,
Pokemon
like
that just know
Lumineon or
water type
Freedrizzle,
moves.
Politoed,
Water and
Pelipper,
ice
you
type
will be
moves,
amongst
and
the most
that's not good
forgettable
enough.
Pokemon there are. Grasses are similar. Their inherent traits may be good, but the likes of
Suicune
Maractus,
does that.
Carnivine,
Walking
and
Wake does
Meganium
that.
are never going to be seen over their competition. Of course, even more
Is Suicune
successful
in
Pokemon can
Pokemon
also be
Scarlet and
examples
Violet
of the Flareon theorem. Take
I think it's just
Cresselia, a superb
Walking
which
Wake,
is
right?
nevertheless constantly fighting its own pallid move pool. It is nearly impossible to directly threaten the opponent with it unless their team collapses to moves like Thunder Wave and Toxic in general. And Cress's recovery options are nightmarishly unreliable, either stuck with the 8 PP weather-affected Moonlight or Rest, which makes it even more passive than it already is. Cresselia tends to get a pass because its defensive profile is just that good, but make no mistake, in terms of move pool, it is as bland as it gets. After so many examples of Pokemon held back by their lack of move pool, let's briefly shift course to illuminate the power of a good move pool. This is best illustrated by Pokemon which are not so impressive in and of themselves, but their move pool really elevates them. Like, yes, Mewtwo and Dialga
Let me know if my
and such
mic's
having
picking up
amazing
any
move
off
pools, but they
sound.
also have absurd stats, so it's not quite the same. The most obvious example is Smeargle, perfectly illustrating
Oh
the
yeah,
power of the
Smeargle's
move pool
all
better than
moveset,
arguably
nothing
anything
else.
Its go-to strategies ever since Gen 2 have been those that are the most fundamentally powerful in the game, letting Smeargle pull them off in spite of its awful stats. So Sleep and either entry hazards or Baton Pass, the latter which Smeargle has been a significant contributor
Apparently
in
there was a
bans.
DLC
Clefable
patch that
always
made
seems to pop up
everything
in
worse.
videos like this, but it very much
Oh,
applies.
no.
Clefable is of course a confluence
Scarlet
of
and
many
Violet.
different
Oh,
attributes,
no.
an absurdly good ability, a stat spread which winds up being just good enough, and the amazing typing that is Mono Fairy in Gen 6 and later. But its move pool is very much a
The
part of what
tracking
makes
is
it
so much
good.
better
Since
now that
those
I'm on
previous traits all let it get on
6.0
the
or
field.
whatever it's
Once
called.
it's on the field, it's using its amazing move pool to make
Still
things
can't
happen,
blink-
and it
blink,
has no
though.
shortage of things to make it happen, as it is positively overflowing with incredible options. Clefable's support capabilities are the
Almost.
most immediately apparent. Stealth Rock, Knockoff, Encore,
For some
Thunderwave,
reason, it
and
closes
two
both my
amazing
eyes
healing
instead of just
abilities,
one.
Soft Boiled and Wish.
Or maybe
But
it's a
also
setting.
so good to deal with so many different Pokemon because it has
Ooh,
all the
sorry about
coverage
that,
in the
you gotta
world
see
and
that.
also one of the best boosting options in Calm Mind. In more extreme examples, consider Mew and Deoxys speed and defense. Mew's base 100 stats across the board are impressive, especially in the first 4 generations, but the reason it finds itself uber in those generations is not because of its stats, it's because its move pool is almost Smeargle-esque. And on a Pokemon that's actually good in its own right, that's terrifying. If Smeargle boosted its stats, the threat came from it passing to something else. Mew could do that as well, but it could also just mess you up with the boost by itself, or it could become an impenetrable wall, or pretty much anything it sets its eye on. The specified Deoxys form have great stats for sure, but those stats are in service of their move pools, which pretty much means Stealth Rock and Spikes and Time. Yes, they can do other things, but the reason they have been repeatedly banned from OU is because they were too efficient simply at getting hazards and denying setup from the opposition. Even Pokemon that simply attempt to be pale Deoxys imitations, like offensive lead Skarmory, have a niche based entirely on the strength of those moves. Moves so good they're worth sacrificing an entire Pokemon at the beginning of the match for. Finally, funnily enough, Cresselia also deserves a mention here. It doesn't usually use this move when acting as a wall, thanks to its counterintuitive self-sacrificial nature, though it's not to say it hasn't been used to decent effect, but Cress's access to Lunar Dance has provided it with an incredible, unique niche on hyper offense teams. Lunar Dance differs from Healing Wish in that it also restores the power points of a Pokemon's moves, and this is absolutely enormous in supporting threats like Leaf Storm Superior, and especially Substitute Protect Suicune, which tend to run out of PP before they can fully finish a team off. Cresselia brings them back for another round of terror against a weakened team, which is as game-breaking as you get when it's often difficult enough for opposing teams to withstand such threats once. And of course, if the situations call for it, Cress can also revive other threats like Volcarona as well. Cress's niche really does revolve around Lunar Dance, which can be seen in the awkward stages when Cress first comes in, but isn't
I'm
ready
wondering,
to
what is
sacrifice
Crest?
itself
And
yet.
then
It
I'm
can
realizing,
struggle to
oh,
make things happen
Cresselia.
despite attempts to do so through tactics like Trick, Thunderwave, and Screens. Its niche really is just to sacrifice itself for a teammate, and what a move Lunar Dance is, letting one essentially play with 2 Suicunes or Volcaronas or whatever threat it is, and in doing so creating an entire niche of it on a Pokemon that otherwise struggles to accomplish much. Slack Off was introduced in Generation 3 and dished out to Pokemon known for their laziness. At first, it was
Oh yeah,
just a
Slack Off's
signature
got an
move of the
amazing
slacking
moveset, but
line.
it's
In
unplayable.
Generation 4, its distribution rightfully increased to including other such levers of taking it
Oh,
a little
Slack
too easy,
Off,
like the
not
Slowpoke
Slack
family.
King.
Other
Sorry.
recipients included the Hippowdon and Infernape line. Not
Yeah, everything
immediately
getting
obvious
Crunch is
choices, but
pretty
post
good.
VC using
Dark
the
is a
move
good
for sure.
typing to
No
have.
new users of Slack Off were added until Generation 8, where Mr. Rhyme of all Pokemon received the move. Another choice which might
Oh yeah,
seem
why does
unusual
Mr.
at
Rhyme
first,
get
but some
Slack
good
Off?
arguments for it could
That
definitely
seems
be
stupid.
made, no problem. Then in Generation 9, the Skeledirge line and Bellybolt received the move. Similar deal. Where is this going? Well, there's no issue with any of these Pokemon getting Slack Off in and of themselves, but when these Pokemon receive Slack Off, yet Snorlax still doesn't have it after all this time,
Slack
then
Off got
something
it
is
in Gen
rotten
9, right?
Denderville Town. Snorlax is far and away the most famously lazy Pokemon of all time. It desires quite literally nothing more than to sleep sleep, and eat, not even caring if it blocks the road of passing trainers. This is a level of slackerdom that makes the main characters from Clerks look like highly motivated go-getters by comparison. The omission of slack off from Snorlax's move pool is not just a design problem, it is one that completely wraps Lax's competitive viability. If Lax had this one addition to its move pool, and let us take this time to remind you that this is a Pokemon that learns Psychic for some reason, amongst the many other bizarre options populating its move pool, if Lax had this one move, which was seemingly designed with it in mind, it would be completely different. It's had longevity issues since Sand and Spike's dominated days of Gen 3. When you are the slowest Pokemon around and have nearly no resistances, in addition to staggering vulnerability to passive damage, you need to have a reliable method of healing yourself, not rest. Even when you are as bulky as Lax is. Here's just one example with Slack Off.
I was just messing with the
Snorlax
TV.
becomes a superb
It's all
Zapdos
good.
answer, as opposed to being the easiest way to trick yourself into thinking you're not weak to Zapdos right before it
Dances
bowls you over.
lazily?
Slack Off doesn't
Who?
fundamentally
Who dances
solve every issue Snorlax
Mr.
has,
Ryan?
but it does make
I
it
guess
a
he
much,
does.
much better Pokemon in every conceivable way. Simply having it in its move pool is better. It doesn't even have to actually include it in its moveset. The opponent having to take into consideration the fact that Snorlax can heal shapes both team building and in-battle decisions. As comically deep as Snorlax's move pool is, most of these options don't actually do much of anything for it. Yeah, while Gen 8 gave Snorlax Hydro Pump. Now that's not totally useless. It's just missing
only
the
got
one
Hydro
move
Pump
it
in Gen
really,
8?
really needs.
There he is. There's my
Finally,
boy.
the Pokemon this theorem is
What
named
did you
for.
do this
Okay,
time?
Flareon isn't an amazing Pokemon to begin with. Its flaws of lackluster speed, poor physical bulk, and weaknesses to common moves are incredibly easy to exploit without thinking twice about it. However, Flareon's also got some cool stuff going for it. Its defensive profile actually isn't bad. Wish is always a great move, and base 110 special defense can do solid things. Especially defensive fire types have had solid niches across many a metagame. What really stands out about Flareon, though, is that gigantic base 130 attack stat. That's the same as the monstrous Garchomp. This goes with Fire Stab, one of the scariest offensive types in the game. This fire typing also means Flareon is a physical attacker completely unafraid of being burned. In fact, its amazing Flash Fire ability means it welcomes being hit by a Will-O-Wisp or Lava Plume or whatever other fire move, as in addition to the excellent utility of being completely immune to fire, being hit by those moves actually powers up Flareon
is broken on paper.
More. Sure, Flareon's
In
not
practice,
that fast, but most walls are going to be slower, so it can be an excellent lower tier wall breaker. Not much is going to want to switch into that Flare Blitz. Oh right, Flareon, despite being a physically oriented fire type that literally has fire inside of it and has flare in its name, is unable to learn a move which involves it cloaking itself in fire and charging at the opponent. That makes total sense. Okay, Flareon actually did finally learn Flare Blitz in Gen 6, but at that point, power creep was
Gen
too
6?
strong for it to really make any use of it. Had it had the moves in Gens 4 and 5 like it should have all along, its competitive career would have been very different, like an NU style Arcanine or Entei, except much
Still would have been an
stronger.
NU
With
though.
Fire Fang as its best physical fire
Low-
stab though, Banded Flareon was pretty
Lower
much the
lower
least
tiers
scary
are
thing in
valid
the
though.
world.
Lower
What
tiers
makes
are
this
valid.
particularly cruel is that in
If you're in a
Platinum,
lower
each of the original
tier,
evolutions
you
got a
still are
cool new
competitively
move.
viable.
Vaporeon got Muddy Water, Jolteon got Discharge, and Flareon
Not everybody can
got
be an
Lava
OU.
Plume. Yes, they're thematically linked via their 30% secondary effect, but was that really worth depriving Flareon of a move it so desperately needed and should have already had in Diamond and Pearl? And if it was, could it really not have been amended in Heart Gold and Soul Silver? Apparently not. Instead, Flareon was mocked with another move that, like Flare Blitz, was outstanding, just not what Flareon needed. This time around, it was Heal Bell. Wish, Lava Plume, Heal Bell. Defensive Flareon is an interesting Pokemon
Heal
for sure,
Bell,
but
isn't
it
that from
shouldn't have come
Coliseum?
at the expense of it doing what it was meant to. Dishing out Flare Blitzes exactly as strong as Garchomp's Outrage. Funnily enough, the exact same thing applied to Entei before the event towards the tail end of Heart Gold and Soul
Yeah, but
Silver.
Entei
It
got
too
Sacred
was a fire
Fire.
type with a high attack stat that lacked any usable physical fire stab and wasn't very good at all as a result. Of course, it then did go on to get Flare Blitz and carve out an excellent niche for itself. It even got Sacred Fire in the same generation Flareon finally got Flare Blitz, just to rub further burning salt in the already searing
I
wound.
love Shiny
Justice
Entei. I
for
still have my
Flareon.
Shiny Entei
And
from
that's it. Obviously,
Diamond
you
or
can
Pearl
have
Platinum.
a great move pool and still not succeed, as
From the
Snorlax is not
event
exactly lacking
for
in options,
Zoroark.
yet it still lacks what it really needs. It
I
goes
use
to
it
show just
competitively.
how important move pools are. It might seem obvious, but you can hit the field as
Sucks
much
though
as you
that I
want
had to get rid
without
of
the moves
extreme
to make
speed
something
just
happen.
so
Once you
it
do,
could get the
you're
battle
out of luck.
stamp.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, if
Thank
you
you,
like the video
False
and you
Gaming, for keeping this stream alive. Pokemon! Hello, welcome to Pokemon. This is Pokemon. I am Pokemon. You are chat. You are Pokemon. And we are going to be playing Pokemon. So last we left off, we were going to be chasing down the ogre. The ogre wants to marry the princess. We left off right here. Here's our team. We have a Furret, a shiny... I'm just going to show you so you can see them. Because 9 generations in, and they still don't show that they're shiny in the party. We have Furret, shiny Greninja, Vulpix, Monferno, Mightyena, and Piloswine. We're still dealing with a bit of delay. I wonder if I can fix that. We're still dealing with a bit of delay, and we shouldn't be. I'm digging this music, though. Let me just make sure... Let me just see why we're delayed. Because even with the good TV now, we're still getting delayed. What is going on with my Elgato? It should not be delayed. Whatever. Oh, didn't mean to close out there. And Piloswine. So we're gonna go ahead and chase down that Ogre Pond. There he is! Looking like one of those Discord girls that loves wearing the... long, long sleeve hoodies. Here's my glasses. Eye tracking might be a little bit fucky. Hello there! You look like a nice fellow. That can't be his voice. A mysterious child is staring at you from behind their mask. Are you enjoying the festival? Hey Masa, listen to this. It's nuts. Kiki's no use at all. Zero talent for ousting ogres, I'm telling you. Okay, the delay is getting better. Hey, who is that? I better go after him. Wait, Masa! You shouldn't run off on your own. Hey, new kid. That goes for you, too. It's so evil! We need to take him out now! He's the spawn of Giratina! You should come back. The mountain's dangerous at night. Oh no. I think that's his voice. I think that's Ogre Pond's voice. Oh, I didn't want to spoil what its name was, but it is the ogre. We found the teal mask. The teal mask, patterned after the face of an ogre, Ogrepon oh, okay, they just spoiled what its name was. Ogrepon dropped it while fleeing up the stairs after visiting the Festival of Masks. Who was that? Where'd that kid come from? I don't think it's a kid. What are you talking about? Wait, do you mean that kid we saw that they ran? That kid we just saw, they ran off towards the mountain. Could that have been the ogre in the story on all the signboards? Are you saying that story was true? I mean, they did drop a mask, so they must be. I'm digging this festival music, by the way. Masa, sis! Only Pokemon wear masks. It's true. The only masks humans wear are the metaphysical ones. What are you doing over here? We just bumped into the ogre! Hey, wait, stop. Don't tell him you're going to give him his autistic impulses. Or what do you call it when an autistic person or someone on the spectrum sees their not their impulse, but like their, what's the word I'm looking for here? Their like their comfort thing, like the thing that gets them distracted and like tunnel visions them. What's it called? What are you yelling about all of a sudden, sis? It's nothing! Nothing at all! Nothing you'd be interested in, I swear. Huh? Oh, I get it. I bet you were making fun of me behind my back. I'm gonna head back to the festival. Ooh. At least he didn't figure out what we were really talking about. Don't scare me like that. Blabbing the whole world to hear. Don't you have any filter? See, Kiki really likes the ogre. Like, really, really likes it. Like, wants to go steady. Like, wants to buy an Airbnb together. Like, wants to put in a relationship in the Twitter profile. Like, wants to get matching Digimon Vital bracelets. Like sharing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Likes. Yeah, we were making fun of you, you loser. He is kind of not valid. So if he found out we'd seen the ogre without him, I guess I was afraid he'd feel bad, you know? Feel left out or something. Am I overthinking it? Besides, I don't want him running up to the mountain to follow the ogre at this hour either. Well, in any case, we already lied about it. Time to live the rest of our lives without sin. Let's keep this whole thing a little secret, okay? And maybe hold off on showing Kiki that mask. It's picked up ticket. Do I get to wear the mask now? Oh, they won't even let me go anywhere. By the way, chat, for anybody... Oh my god, they made me walk all the way there. Look at my fit... Look what they did to my do! Look what they did to me! Chat, they're playing tic-tac-toe on my head! What is Ferret doing? There she is. Screw the plot, let's just see what the Pokemon do in the overworld. Hey Ferret, how you doing? Oh, didn't mean to clip through you. Had enough of the festival? Yeah. Well then, guess we should head home. I'll walk you back to the community center. The next day. Oh, there's a clefable! I was about to say, could I release my Pokemon in here like they have? By the way, chat, the title is real. The title is real. If I sneeze, we're gonna shiny hunt something. Oh, okay, so those Vulpix are supposed to be up there. There you are, Masa. Just because we didn't agree to meet doesn't mean you get to keep me waiting. That's exactly what that means, Carmine. So, you see, I want to talk to you a bit. You haven't told anybody about, you know, the thing that happened yesterday, right? I didn't tell them about the totally awesome kiss that we totally had with me and you holding hands behind while the fireworks were going off. No, I didn't say any of that. What do you mean that didn't happen? You better not be lying! If I found out you blabbed, I'm gonna make you swallow a coughing whole! Jesus Christ, woman! You still have that thing we picked up at the stairs, right? Your grandpa knows a lot about the village history. Go talk to him about it. You know where my house is, right? See you there. Don't keep me waiting. But show Grandpa the, you know, thing we found. Ooh, there's an item. You know what? I can actually have my Pokemon go get it. It's a rock tomb. I didn't realize that. Did you know about this, chat? If there's an item ball in the overworld, instead of going to get it yourself, I'm going to show you again. Instead of having to go get it yourself, you can just send your Pokemon out to go get it. See, it just got me a potion. I'm going to send it out to go get the other item ball. It just got me the Reflect TM. Crazy. Crazy. Good morning to you, Perry the Platypus. Hey, Masa. Good morning. Tisk, he's awake, huh? Wanna go see the last signboard? Kiki, go find someplace else to be. Masa's got business with me! Seriously? He's spending all his time with you? That's so unfair. Don't be such a jerk. What'd you just call me? When did the balls even drop? What's his deal? Kiki should know better than to talk to me like that. How dare he have a backbone? That's enough, Carmine. Be nice to your younger brother. He was being kind. It's not like I hit him or anything. Oh, wow. Okay. I think we need to reframe this relationship. And the grandpa looking down like he's got no control over these kids. Jesus. This is kind of dark on the deeper end. Anyway, we've got important things to discuss, right, Masa? Come on. You gotta show Grandpa the thing you have. Do you want me to show him Koraidon's ball? This is... No, that's not what we found yesterday. I like that they put dialogue in there. Do you want me to show him the XP shard? And this is... Do you want to see my Rotom stick? Okay, it's the same dialogue. I was hoping if I kept getting it wrong, they would just put it there for me. Could this be? It's my Maskinator! It belongs to the poor ogre. Where did you find this? We bumped into it yesterday. The ogre, I mean. Yes, we bumped at the Festival of Masks. I tried talking to it all nice and everything, but it dropped the mask and yeah. I never would have thought the ogre would still be gracing our festival with its presence. Huh? What do you mean, still? I thought the ogre was a scoundrel that attacked the village. I suppose it's time I told you, Carmine. I am an evil scientist. You see, the truth of what happened with the ogre the other day is the other way around. The other way around? What do you mean? You should hear this too, Masa. You also met the poor ogre, or Ogre Pond, as it's rightly named. Let me tell you the true story is passed down through our family for generations. The Doofenshmirtz family for generations. Talk to Carmine's grandfather. We just were. This is going to be a bit of a long story. Is that alright? Yeah. We got a bench right here. Pop a squat. Tell me what's up. The story has been passed down in the Doofenshmirtz family by word of mouth. I learned it from my father. The story of truths. A story that must never be told to the rest of the village. Must never speak of it to others. Okay. A long time ago, a man and an ogre came to Kitakami from a foreign land. Okay, so already off the bat, Ogre Pond is not from Kitakami. Could this dude be AZ? Ooh. The people of the village... I'm trying to make it sound like Doofenshmirtz, not like an Indian accent, which is kind of racist. The people of the village feared the man and the ogre, who looked so different from them. And so they refused to let the travelers come anywhere near the village. The man and the ogre were saddened that the villagers did not welcome them. But they were happy to just have each other. They settled quietly into a cave in the mountain. There was only one villager who pitied the two travelers. The village mask maker. He made several masks for the man and the ogre. The masks were brilliant work adorned with gems the man brought from somewhere far away that we're not going to tell you until the second DLC. By wearing these masks, the travelers could hide their true faces and mingle with the villagers. And with this, they could take over the tri-state area. The man and the ogre were overjoyed. They thanked the mask maker for his kindness. Wearing the masks, the man and the ogre started secretly joining the village festival. The mysterious pair soon became the talk of the village because of their brilliant masks. In fact, rumors about them quickly spread far and wide, even to the distant lands. But rumors of exquisite shining masks attract more than just innocent curiosity. A group of greedy Pokemon soon made their way to the land of Kitakami, so they're not from Kitakami either. So does Kitakami just not have any legendary Pokemon? These Pokemon sneaked into the cave in which the man and the ogre lived, and tried to make off with the mask, which were carefully stored away.
If I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have, well, 2 nickels. The man happened to be there. He managed to hold off onto one of the masks. But he was not strong enough to protect them all. The Pokemon stole the other 3 masks. Several hours later, the ogre returned to the cave. It found its beloved home in ruin. All that was left were the signs of a struggle and a teal mask. It dropped. The ogre donned the mask and went to the village, perhaps in search of its friend. It found the greedy Pokemon there, gloating over their stolen masks, and defeated them. The villagers, of course, had no idea what was happening nor why. All they saw were a raging ogre, and they felt great fear. The villagers thought the 3 Pokemon had been trying to protect the village from the ogre. To honor their sacrifice, the villagers named them the Loyal 3 and inherited them and interred them with care. Wounded and weak, the ogre returned to its cave, all alone with great sadness. Can you believe I'm still keeping up this bit? That's terrible. So it's amazing that Ogerpon's still alive. Like, do Pokemon just have longer lifespans than humans? Ogerpon didn't deserve that. The Loyal 3, they're the worst. The story everyone's been told is a complete opposite of the truth. They gotta hear about this. Calm yourself, Carmine. I told you already to keep it to yourself. But Grandpa, if word got out that the OSI... If the OSI was bad... I forget what the organization Perry the Platypus works for. The villagers believe their own version of history. They revere the Loyal 3, so how would they react to being told that they've got it all wrong? They'd probably get angry? Exactly. Back when this all first occurred, the mask maker, that is to say, our ancestor, tried to desperately tell the truth of the matter. But nobody would take him seriously. In fact, it's said he was persecuted as a heretic. It's amazing how religions start off that quick. Ooh, that really gets my blood boiling. In the end, the mask maker chose to protect his descendants, us, by keeping his mouth shut. However, he kept the truth alive, passed down from generation to generation as a family secret. See, Kiki doesn't know the whole story yet, does he? He shouldn't know. I've certainly never spoken to him about it. Why do you ask? I don't know, he just really seems to like the ogre. He's practically obsessed with it. And he's been trying to one-up me, as if he knows more about the ogre than I do. Well, I can't say what's going on with that boy, but he always was a sensitive child. It wouldn't surprise me if he somehow intued the truth. I promise to tell Kieran the whole story when the time is right. Until then, take care not to breathe a word of the truth to anybody. Hey, Gramps. Now I really can't tell Kiki we met the ogre. About that mask you showed me, I noticed the jewel on its forehead was chipped. I might be able to fix it. Would you mind leaving the mask with me for a little while? Oh, huh? Maybe it got chipped when it fell down the stairs. Since Grandpa's offering, let's get it all nice and fixed up before we give it back to Ogerpon. You gave the teal mask to Carmine's grandfather. Don't worry. I'll be sure to take good care of this. Oh god, how did they get the leaves to be clipping through the cutscene? Well, I guess this is in-engine. This isn't pre-rendered, this is in-game. But come on, they couldn't fix that. I want to see Ogerpon again, but getting its mask fix will have to come first. For now, we should carry on with the orienteering before Kiki gets suspicious. I bet we'll find Kiki just killing time somewhere in town. This is a very interesting story. You know what? Before we go meet with him, let me go see what's going on with that raid gun. Let me just make sure I'm not missing any Pokemon we haven't gotten yet. Where? Raid gun's right here. How did I miss it? Fuck. I'm digging that theme music, though. The battle music. Lamp Pit. I don't have that yet. We'll go ahead and do that. Do I need to do this as a group? Yeah, we don't need to do that yet. I would much rather a shiny ferret, but, no, I've already grown attached to this ferret. Oh yeah, so apparently there was an update to this game that just made everything run worse. Oh boy. Give them a break, they've only been making 3D games for 10 years. Game development is very hard. I'll read the sign again. Game development is very hard and we should be giving them the benefit of the doubt, I understand. Especially due to the crunch time they're dealing with. Oh, hey, Masa. So, I was gonna ask, what were you and my sis just talking about? How much? Why must you lie to me? He fucking knows. He fucking knows! Oh shit, this little boy's getting betrayed by everybody. I see. So, about those signs, the last one's a bit of a hike away. It's in the Paradise Barrens on the other side of the Oni Mountain. We need to head over to the mountain and down to the northwest. You go ahead. I'll catch up. I don't think he's gonna catch up. Why? Why'd you lie to me? Oh no, is this his villain origin story? Are we gonna syndrome this kid? Ooh, there's a Pikachu outbreak. Oh wow, we gotta go all the way over there. I don't think I'm supposed to be going this way, am I? Oh, maybe I am. I feel like I've been seeing the same 6 families of Pokemon for a while now. I'm sure there's a normal pathway to go up this, but I'm just gonna cheat it. I say cheat it. What? That didn't look like you hit it, but okay. Ooh, then headbutt's back. Nice physical attacking psychic move. I feel like there's not a lot of dedicated psychic physical attackers. I feel like all the psychic attackers are all mixed attackers at best. There's not one dedicated just to physical attack. Ooh, crunch. Seriously, which way am I supposed to be actually going? Am I stuck? I'm stuck. Oh! No, no, no. Okay, I actually can't go this way. Which way am I supposed to be going? Oh, I see. Hey, yo! What Terra type is that Geodude? It's fighting type. Okay. What fighting type move does it have? Well, we could just go ahead and catch it. Oh, we have to kill it first. Alright, well, it's fighting type. So, oh, is everything I have weak to everything I have is weak to fighting type. Shit. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I don't know if I want to use my Terra type yet. We're gonna surf. Oh, we don't have to beat it completely? We just have to do that? Geodude's big! Like, he wasn't that big in the show, was he? Flamethrower TM. Was that not a TM already? What do you think the odds are I'll accidentally find a shiny, chat? What does Timber's shiny even look like? Minfu, I'm pretty sure that was in base game. A lot of these are Unova Pokemon. Chingling, I need that, and a Spoink. Oh god, I hate its bell tongue. What do you mean it broke out? I mean, I respect you a little bit now, but I'm also kind of pissed. I have 9 Master Balls? What am I going to encounter that I'm going to need a Master Ball for it? Also, that texture is really nice. Entertainment. What does that do? It gave him... It gave me his ability. Interesting. I could see that having applications. Like if you had a Pokemon with Prankster, you could give a Pokemon with a bad ability Prankster. What is Chingling's catch rate? I'm just gonna hit it with a Hyper Voice and see if it survives. Okay, it did, but it killed my Furret. Once again, Furret losing to a fucking baby. I just want to know its catch rate, Bulbapedia. I just want to know its catch rate. Weird how the first thing on Google was not, weird how the first thing on Google was not Bulbapedia. Also weird that it has a 120 catch rate? Alright, I'm gonna throw one more Pokeball and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom. 1 second. Of course it would be the one when I went to the bathroom. Chingling, the bell Pokemon. There is an orb inside its mouth. When it hops, its orb bounces all over, making a ringing sound. So that's not its tongue? I'm curious how that exists. Ooh, coughing. Or as it's colloquially known, welcome, Godden Zebra. Welcome to this. How you doing? You playing Pokemon Scarlet? Weird that it's just floating there. Coughing, the poison gas Pokemon. Toxic gas is held within its thin balloon-shaped body, so it can cause massive explosions. I didn't know toxic gas was flammable, but I guess it would be. You can call me Zebra. Yeah, Pokemon Violet? Awesome. How you enjoying it? We just checked that one, right? It was Minfu. Minfu Claw. Okay. The way that some of these drops work sounds vile. You know, the TM materials that we get from Pokemon? Some of them sound horrifying. Like we get a Slowpoke tail, we get Spoink's gem, I'm pretty sure. And of course, every dex entry for Spoink is the same. Spoink the bounce Pokemon. Spoink will die if it stops bouncing. The pearl on its head amplifies its psychic powers. At least they gave him something for that, instead of just it dies if it stops moving. You have to crave some Slowpoke tail. Alright, let's go ahead, turn on. Connect to the internet. I'm gonna go ahead and replace my Deanna with something we need to evolve, like Geodude. I'll go ahead and start this up as a room. We'll let anybody join. If I find a good, raid, raid den, I will give you guys in chat the code. What type is it again? It's ice type. It's ice type Charjabug. Okay, well, fire would do good, so you know what? I'll just use my Oricorio. Then again, Oricorio is weak to electricity, so we should probably just use Skeleturge. And let's see. Somebody's profile pic is just Arven. Very valid. Arven is best boy. So far in this DLC, I haven't found a better boy than Arven. Anyways, Zebra, how you doing? You said you almost completed the Pokedex? What are you still missing? Maybe I have something you need. Everybody's bringing the Skeleturge. Sure, let's just all bring our bell pepper crocs. Yes! Everybody chose Skeleturge! Come on, Feefree. Oh! We almost had the Skeleturge party. Should I wait for somebody else, chat? It is just a 3-star raid. We don't have to wait for anybody else. Pokemon only in Scarlet? Well, I might be able to help you with that. So that is Gligar, Gliscor, and Cramorant, right? I might be able to help you with that. The Cube! That should have been a Skeleturge. That should have been a Skeleturge. Whatever. And I need to trade a Feebas with Volbit. Did they fix the Alolan Pokemon speed stat yet? Did they give the Alolan Pokemon actual speed stats? Instead of making all of them Trick Room users? But not even good Trick Room users because they gave them middle speed instead of actually slow speed? Because during Gen 7 they wanted to make all the new Pokemon have low speed so that they could change the metagame and not have everything rely on speed. And meanwhile, nobody used any of the new Pokemon that didn't have good speed in Gen 7. And that didn't really help fix anything except make the Gen 7 Pokemon worse. Charjabug, the battery Pokemon. Protected by a sturdy shell, Charjabug eats large quantities of fresh and decomposing leaf litter in order to evolve. Interesting. I thought it evolved from being in magnetic places. And now I think it evolves through Thunderstone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that really quick. I think it's Thunderstone now. I remember in base Gen 7, you couldn't evolve this until endgame, which was pretty stupid. This and Crabrawler. I wish they would just make the Marvelous Skill an evolution item. Instead of having to trade for it still. Vikavolt! Vikavolt, the stag bug beetle Pokemon. Displaying exponential mobility, it weaves between trees and shoots down birds Pokemon with an electromagnetic beams. It's also 4'11". Yep, that speed is still terrible. If you just had decent speed, you'd be usable. I think we're gonna give Furret a break for right now. You know what? Actually, why even have them in the party? I can just do this. I'm just gonna give him the... Or, I guess that's not how you do it anymore. I think that's how you did it in Gen 8. I'm just gonna give him EXP candies. Well, if you'd like, I'd love to evolve your Feebass on stream if you want. Has Teeter Dance ever been competitively viable? Has Teeter Dance ever been competitively viable? And now we get to see Ekans evolve into... Come! Is that how the joke goes? Charabuck! Ooh, that's a nice map padding, map texture they have there. Charabuck! The Cobra Pokemon. The pattern on its belly appears to be a frightening face. Weak foes will flee just at the sight of its pattern. And it's 11'6". I want to use an Arbok competitively. I hope they gave it something interesting. Poison types are actually pretty viable now with fairy types. Graveler, Voltorb, Blue. Graveler, the rock Pokemon. A slow walker, it rolls to move. It pays no attention to any object that happens to be in its path. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. And, of course, after evolving Arbok, we have to evolve... Koffing into... Wheezing! I'm fucking dying! Wheezing, the poison gas Pokemon. Top-grade perfume is made using its internal poison gases by diluting them into the highest level. Do I want to use a Wheezing? Maybe I want to use a Wheezing? If this had neutralizing gas, I would use it. No, it's got Levitate. But Levitate's pretty good, too. Levitate's a very good ability for a poison type to have. Any other Pokemon? I could have sworn I caught a Timber, didn't I? Here they are. Or at least here's the Nuzleaf. Just got all this random shit. I definitely caught a Timber last stream, right, chat? For anybody that was here. Ready to trade? Okay, send me the code. Here's Timber. Timber is evolving. Into Girder. Girder, the muscular Pokemon. They strengthen their bodies by carrying steel beams. They show off their big muscles to their friends. Lunk alarm! Somebody ring the lunk alarm. Gonna go ahead and level up this Monferno. We need to trade Girder to evolve him? Yeah, we need to trade Girder and Graveler. And of course, Monferno evolves into... There he is. That's a good model for him. You got Golem? Alright, well, I don't have a Golem, so I'm just going to trade you both of them. You ready? What's the trade code? Or you want me to set it up? I can set it up? Okay. I'm gonna go to the Poke Portal. I'm gonna go to... I'm pretty sure it's... Link Trade. We're gonna set a link code. And the link code for you, Zebra, is gonna be 12121212. You got that? Take a picture if you don't see it. Okay? And you're gonna help me with my with my Pokedex, because now I'm not gonna have to get a Milotic. Quest? What does quest mean? Right. Did you see it? Oh, you're ready now. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought you were ready. There you are. So I'm gonna trade you Girder first, because you need it. There she is. She is beauty. She is grace. This Kong has a funny face. I actually used a Girder in black and white originally, but I didn't know that it didn't evolve, that it evolved via link trade, so I ended up using Girder the whole playthrough and not Conkeldurr. Alright, here it comes. Feebas, the fish Pokemon. This tough Pokemon is perfectly fine even in dirty water. However, due to its ragged, shabby appearance, it isn't popular. It's 2 feet tall. And 16 pounds? This thing weighs more than my cat? that's cool. It floats. Milotic, the tender Pokemon. Its lovely scales are described as rainbow-colored. They can change depending on the viewing angle. Interesting. It learned waterfalls. Thanks for the Milotic, sucker! No, I'm kidding. I was going to pretend... Oh, shit. Here's what we'll do. Let me trade you Milotic back. Why are you giving me more Pekko? Oh, I do need that. That is Violet exclusive. But I am gonna need the Conkeldurr back. Yeah, I was about to say I need it. No, I was about to close out and run away and pretend like I wasn't going to give it back to you, but then I'm like, I don't want to have to go through the effort of setting up another link trade. I don't feel like doing that. Morpeko, the two-sided Pokemon, full belly mode. Morpeko eats seeds constantly to keep its hunger at bay. If it's hungry for too long, it grows wild and brutish. It's 1 feet tall. When was it ever stated that Pokemon uses inches and not millimeters? Is it local? Are the heights localized? Like, are they different depending on millimeter of a country that uses the metric system? Conkeldurr really does look like the type of dude that would be at the gym, right? But he also does construction work on the side. So you're like at the gym and you're like, yo bro, you need some dudes that can lift? I need Gligar, please, after I give you Golem. I don't know if I have Gligar yet. That's the thing. I don't know if I have Gligar yet. So, if you want, you can keep, Conkeldurr, the muscular Pokemon. It is thought that Conkeldurr taught humans how to make concrete more than 2,000 years ago. Interesting. If you want, I can go through my game until I find a Gligar. In fact, I think I'm in the spot close to where we're gonna find it. By the way, do you need Infernape? Can I join and then... Oh, yeah! I forgot that was a thing in this game. Yeah, just go ahead and join. You don't need Infernape? Okay. Do you need the Morpeko back? Let's trade the Morpeko for the Golem, and then I'll let you in my game. Because I don't know if you can find Golem in the wild. Isn't it crazy how we went from Gen 8, where you could find every fully evolved Pokemon in the wild, to now where you can't? Like, that was so much easier. And then you could get them in raid dens too, but I'm pretty sure you can get fully evolved Pokemon in raid dens still too. Golem! Have you ever heard the theory that Golem and Machamp trade body parts when they're traded? And that's why they look the way they do? So, Machoke... First of all, Machoke, the Megaton Pokemon, is encased in a hard shell that is as rugged as slabs of rock. It sheds its skin once a year to grow larger. Did you know that it's theorized that Golem and Machamp look the way that they do because originally they were going to be a pair, right? So the way that it works is that Graveler has Machamp's face, kind of. Or the way that it works is Machoke gets Golem. Machoke's face looks like Golem's face, right? Machoke's face looks like Golem's face. And then Golem gives up its extra arms to Machamp, from a Graveler to a Machamp. So people theorized that that was... The idea was that Golem and Machamp were going to be joint trait evolutions. So here's my code, 29SH4X, for anybody that wants to join. There you are. Oh, that's interesting. You can't see it, but in Ketagami, they have knocked owls flying their flying taxis because they don't have squawkabillies. All right, go ahead and do what you gotta do. Sorry I didn't read Swadloon's Pokedex. And then how many of these do I have to give you until you evolve into Leviani? There you go. Leavanny, the nurturing Pokemon. This gentle Pokemon has a strong protective instinct. The leaves on its arms are sharp enough to slice a thick tree in half with one stroke. Yo, wait a minute! Wait a minute, Ogerpon's not supposed to be here yet! Wait a minute! You're spoiling! You're spoiling! No spoilers! I need to evolve you with a leaf stone. Two of you with a leaf stone. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and catch up on the Pokedex while we're here. Bellsprout. Weavile, the flycatcher Pokemon. Even though it is filled with acid, it does not melt because it also oozes a protective fluid. Then we're gonna go ahead and give it...
Tree!
Oh yeah, Shiftry got a new ability in this game, right? Shiftry got a new hidden ability. Shiftry, the wicked Pokemon. It is said that when Shiftry flaps its leafy hands atop ancient trees, chilly wind blows and the season rolls into winter. Oh shit, was that my last leaf stone? Wait, fuck, how do you get more of those? How do you get more of those? Fuck. How do you get more leaf stones in this game? I don't know if you can just go to the Pokemart and get them, right? Delibird shop, thank you. So I'll go ahead and do that off stream then. What do these do, the mochis? It increases the base points for a defense stat. Are these basically just supposed to be like proteins or something? How do these work? You don't know? Interesting. Ariados. Ariados, the long leg Pokemon. A single strand of special thread is endlessly spun on its rear. The thread leads back to the nets. Weird how they started off this Pokedex with Spinnerack, but okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and evolve Lurantis into, or Fomantis into Lurantis. Your Fomantis evolved into Lurantis. Sorry if I can't see all of your cool Pokemon that you're showing off right now. Let me see what you have here. Oh, you have a shiny Iron Valiant. I mean, very nice. Very nice. I have a shiny Greninja. Also, you're not showing up on my screen for some reason. There you are. Yes, you have a big scary Koraidon. I didn't realize Koraidon was that big. You got anything more impressive? Chien, yeah. I've got a Chien too. But you got any shinies, that's the thing. Look how you bore my Greninja with your basic legendaries. Alright, are there any more Pokemon I need to evolve? Kricketune. Oh god, I said no spoilers. I said no spoilers. I said no spoilers. We'll be seeing him later. Walking Wake. Yeah. Nice. You got Jangmo-O. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and catch up with the story. Yeah, you go ahead and get your Gligar. Is it not? Does it not evolve with the shiny stone? How does this evolve? I thought it evolved with a shiny stone. How does this evolve? Hello. It evolves with a sunstone. Okay. I need a sunstone. Oh yeah, that's right. There is a Hisuian Lilligant, but I don't think you can get it in this game. And Cutiefly evolves with a shiny stone, right? I think that's what it is. No, is it just basic level up? I just want to go ahead and complete this Pokédex on screen. There we go. This is one of Mackenzie's favorite Pokemon. Shoutouts to Mackenzie if you're still with us. Cutiefly evolved into Ribombee. Ribombee, the bee-fly Pokemon. Ribombee can sense when people or Pokemon are feeling down, and it will cheer them up with a handmade pollen puffs. Now let's go back to the Pokédex, and let's see our rewards. Oh, we didn't even get to 140? That's when we get the Prism Scale. Oh, do we not have a Quagsire? We're not quagging in Seattle? I'm just quagging. What's going on out here? Nothing but quags. We don't give a quag. Here it is. Can't believe I never got a Quagsire. This isn't for competitive, is it? No, it's not. I have a competitive Quagsire in my Pokemon home anyway. Here it goes. It's just me, Quagsire again. How's it going? I'm just looking for somebody to quag with. Quagsire, the waterfish Pokemon, this carefree Pokemon, has an easygoing nature. While swimming, it also bumps into boat halls, and he's ready to quag with anybody. He's not looking for a commitment. I don't want love, I just want quag. I think we all agree we could use a little more quag in our lives. It is current day, after all. Do you need a Snorlax? I can show you when one is. No, it's okay, I'll get one. Yeah, Mega, the Ogre Darner Pokemon? Was that always its original dex entry? Yeah, Mega's wing beats are so powerful that the Pokemon blows down huge trees nearby with vigorously launches itself into flight. Okay. That was a sentence. I attempted. I think that's finally everything. So we can move on. Well, I don't feel like doing that one. So let's go ahead and fly back here. Why did they put this here? Where did you go, Furret? Furret? Oh god. Come on, Game Freak. I'm trying to be a fan. You're making it so fucking hard. That was Greninja, not Furret. So that was my beat. Oh, it's Zebra's Crystal. Okay. See, it would be great if all Pokemon followed you at the pace that Greninja was. What if you just had every Pokemon follow you in the overworld this well? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be easier for the Let's Go mechanic that you introduced? But no, we didn't get that because we need to push these games out faster than a baby. See, it's so much better when they're following you, though, because they pick up all the items that you don't have to pick up. So they actually serve a gameplay purpose other than to look cool. Hey, yo? Is that what I think it is, chat? Are you slugging my balls? I can't believe I put Slugma in this game just so I can make that joke. And Rock type, you're not getting anything from being Rock type, Slugma. I remember having good memories of Macargo, or Slugma in Pokemon Coliseum. Oop, sent out a Great Ball. Well, it was a critical catch anyway. Good for me. Slugma, the lava Pokemon. Its lava body can cool and chip away at times, but a magma body will heat it up right up. It's even worse in this game because if you go too far away, they'll return. Which is the opposite of what people want. Ugh. I don't get it. I don't get the game. I don't... Maybe there's a master game-making strategy that I'm just not seeing. But hey, enough about the negative. You can't find one? Do you know where they're supposed to be? Check Bulbapedia. Litwick, the candle Pokemon. Its flame is usually out, but it starts shining when Litwick absorbs life force from people and Pokemon. Nice. Very valid. Also, we probably need to boost our levels again. Macargo, the lava Pokemon. This Pokemon lives near the crater's volcanoes. It stores fire energy in its shell and cooled and hardened magma. Oh yeah, if Macargo got an actual good evolution, this thing would be like busted. I actually have a Litwick plushie. Litwick evolved into Lampent. Lampent, the lamp Pokemon. Lampent appears at the moment of death and promptly absorbs the spirit as it leaves the body. Jesus! So you don't even get to go to the afterlife, you just join with Lampent. Pokemon are not your friends! They're out to fucking get you! Also, we have no Dusk Zone, so that's the thing. That's 2 stone evolutions we need now. We're here. But first, there's an electric type den. Electric type Yen Mega. Interesting. What are the applications for an electric type Yen Mega that I can think of? Speed boost would be good. You would outspeed everything that would hit you with Earthquake. I can show you a hidden cave. Sure. Oh, look, you're right there. You knew where I was gonna be. You son of a gun. Ah, shit, sorry, I ran into this. Metal. Oh, dang it, we're... Limit? What is that even doing here? Wouldn't that be in Area 0? Where are you? There you are. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, okay. Ooh, that is secret. Oh, God. And then I fucking died. And then who the fuck are you? We're the Ketagami Ogre Clan? Hang on a second. Am I supposed to know about this? This seems like plot stuff. Let me go ahead and give my guys some levels. Oop, that was a little too far. Oh yeah, time for you to evolve. Mamoswine! Mamoswine, the twin-tusked Pokemon. A frozen Mamoswine was dug from an ice dating back to 10,000 years ago. This Pokemon has been around for a long, long time. You don't need double hit. Yeah, let me go ahead and catch my guys up. Okay. And then I'm gonna battle her. I'm Kotetsu of the Katagami Ogre Clan! My martial prowess will lay you low. Level 75? Am I even supposed to be here? I might lose this. I might lose this and you might have to show me where the cave is again. Of course it has close combat. We're kind of getting our asses kicked. Alright, we're gonna Terra type into Poison, and then we'll Terra Poison. Another Terra Blast should do it. Delayed? Oh no! It's gonna beat me up! Up! Oh lord, I didn't even hit him! Of course he has a psychic type to beat my poison type. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. Whoops-a-daisy. What is this, like a super boss or something? Of course it was a fighting type trainer, even though all my guys are weak to fighting. Alright, apparently I need to get you to level 75. I didn't know that was a thing. Now let me head back. Welcome, Astro Wolf! We lost our first battle. We lost our first battle. That's not Kieran, is it? No, it's not. Oh, get away from me. I remember, it's right here. Oh, I thought there was a wormhole. Is she the only thing that's down here? Oh no, there's another thing. Come on, man, it's right there. Right there. Okay. I think... I don't know if I can beat it with this team, but we'll try. Yeah, no, literally everything's weak to fighting. Let me get somebody else. I really don't want to pull out one of my super strong... Walking Wake. There you go. That's close to our level. That can take it. And of course, Walking Wake is so big that it can't even be seen on screen. How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? But it probably has guts, so that might not be good. Oh, it doesn't have guts. Gotta go? Thank you for coming, Zebra. I hope you got your Gligar. Thanks for showing me the cave. Komodo. You know, these two kind of look alike. Probably just because they're dragons. I still couldn't one-shot it. That's crazy. What the fuck was that? It's holding a... It's holding items? This is a super boss. So then did the hair... Do all the other Pokemon have it? I'm confused. Jesus. Okay, we beat that. Now they're gonna send, Delayed. Now we're gonna go ahead and cheat and get back Walking Wake. Then we're gonna go ahead and Hydro Steam. That doesn't do much. Shit, that hit so hard! Okay, Dragon Pulse. Oh my god, we're gonna have to cheat. Are these like EV trained Pokemon? Oh, we're all out of max revives. Aqua Cutter? What the fuck is an Aqua Cutter? And Conkeldurr. Okay. Full-on fighting type team. And what's the one type I can't take? Hammer Arm lowers the speed, right? I don't want to risk it. Just get me back Walking Wake. Just pretend I'm using a team of all Walking Wakes. Check. Okay, so it does lower speed. We did it! Through truly arbitrary means. Your group has been... Okay. So that's it? That's all we do? She's not like a super boss or anything? Hey, Cleffa. Wait, was Clefable already in the game? I think it was. Okay. I'm gonna revive everybody. Yeah, might as well heal them all up, too. I think I'm just gonna keep Walking Wake on the team. Just so we have some coverage. This is not a team I would take to competitive. Alright, let me see how we get out of here. Or can we get out of here? Is that all there is in this cave is just her? Ooh, Bronzong. Bronzor, sorry. Oh, I already have one. Fuck. Well, this is a waste of a quick ball. Carbink! Hey there, Cleffa. You mind if I just go ahead and kidnap you? I do not have a Cleffa yet, which means I need a Clefairy, too. You know what I want to do someday, chat? I would love to host a Little Cup tournament. I would love to do some Little Cup. Cleffa, the star-shaped Pokemon. On late nights illuminated by shooting stars, it gazes intently skyward, as if thinking of its home. 1 foot tall. Oh, I thought there was something up with Clefairy's eyes. That's just what it looks like zoomed out. Looks like it has a black eye. You know, I didn't sneeze at all this stream, chat. I'm surprised. Clefairy, the fairy Pokemon. On nights with a full moon, Clefairy gather from all over and dance. Bathing in the moonlight makes them float. And then another fairy type, Carbink, who was already available via Pokemon Home because of its relation to Diancie. Well, this is a questionable camera angle. Yeah, why not just keep chucking dust balls at it? Fuck, it's not even staying in for one. I really thought we had it there, chat. This Carbink defeated my Paradox Legendary Pokemon. You know, that's the thing. Koraidon Koraidon and Miraidon are Paradox Pokemon, but they're considered legendary. Are Walking Wake and Iron Leaves considered legendaries? We got into yellow. That should be good enough, right? Why did it fail? I knew it would work that time. I didn't, but it sounds smarter if I did. Carbink, the jewel Pokemon. It has slept underground for hundreds of millions of years since its birth. It occasionally found during the excavation of caves. It's crazy how Pokemon, all these Pokemon, like a Carbink is the equivalent to a Pikachu. They're both the same species, right? A Carbink and a Pikachu are the same, even though a Pikachu is probably only going to live at max the lifespan of a human, whereas a Carbink can live forever because it's a rock. We can go deeper. We can go deeper! Where are we now? Oh, we're back here. Alright. I think I'm a little bit done for today. Where are we supposed to go? Right here? Is there not a way to fly back there? Weird. Alright. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry for all the scuff and yelling in the beginning, but I'm glad we made it through. Everything works now. I'm gonna go on Twitch and see who needs the raid. Hint, hint, it's probably gonna be somebody playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and look at that. Look who it is. It's fucking Mackenzie. Obviously. The Poke Fanatic. What is she doing right now? She's playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Oh, she's playing through the game already. Okay. Oh, she's actually right around where we were. Where we're going to be. Well, she's just a little bit ahead of us, so I'm going to go ahead and raid her. The Valley Girl. Mackenzie, raid settings do not allow you to raid at this time. Oh, shit. I guess we're want to be raided right now. How about we'll raid Mimkubus? She's playing. They're playing Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Gonna see if I can raid them then. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and send you to her. Okay, just wait for this ad to be done rolling. Yeah, go ahead, join in on the raid. From Mimkubus, she's kind of a famous VTuber. Just a bit. If you know Takahata 101, you know her. She is a femboy. She is a female femboy. Or a non-binary femboy, a them boy. So, over to her. Bye.